situations. As president, how do you support, and I know that as a president, a federal government person, you would not be involved in local law enforcement, but how do you as president support local, state, and federal law enforcement?
Well, first of all, you show respect for them. You go to the, every year there is a memorial service for the slain law enforcement officers. When I was governor, I did it 8 years in a row to show respect because it's the ultimate sacrifice of protecting our communities, and families suffer mightily when their loved one dies, of course. So the public part of the presidency, or a public job like Attorney General or Governor, you show respect, and you do it in a consistent manner, and I would certainly do that. You resist the temptation to do something when there are these isolated cases where police made the wrong decisions and there was a tragic result. There isn't enough evidence for me to suggest that law enforcement doesn't get it right, they get it right the great majority of the time. And so you don't want to impose a federal solution on a problem that doesn't exist. And ultimately, this goes back to a philosophy that I really believe, which is our country does things better from the bottom up. The founders got that. They understood that. That was at the core of the Constitution in many ways. To restrict government power was at the core of the document that has been our blueprint now for all these years. And I think we need to get back to that a little bit. And so if there is a law enforcement problem, like Ferguson, where it looked to me like there might have been a disconnect between the community and law enforcement, it's their responsibility, and the mayor and the public leaders, to be able to forge trust again. And if they ask for help from a governor, then the governor comes to their aid. The president can create a better environment, I think, and talk about these things in broader terms in a more unifying way. And President Obama does that sometimes, and sometimes he seems that he's missing. But the simple fact is, we don't have to have a federal solution or an executive branch solution to everything that goes on in our lives.